When you're looking to be a move-up buyer, how much deposit money do you need for the next house? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Bill Eaves. I've been selling real estate in Bucks County and Northeast Philly for a very long time. I want to tell you the difference, number one, between deposit money and earnest money and down payment, and also how much deposit money should you put down on your next house, earnest money, to hold it while you're going through the process of selling your house. So I'm going to give you 5 things to watch out for when you're talking about deposit money and down payment when you're a buyer who's selling one and buying another. First thing is, deposit money is only refundable under certain conditions. We call those contingencies. They are based on a home inspection, could be a radon, could be a termite report, could be anything like that. So home inspection contingencies have to be done in the time frame that's on the agreement of sale. So if it says 10 days and they mean 10 calendar days, they don't mean 10 days and come back and say after 2 weeks, I'd like to do that now. They may let you do a home inspection, but it will not be contingent on, it will not count towards a contingency, and you will not be able to get your deposit money back if the home inspector finds something wrong. Second contingency is usually a mortgage contingency. Now, for a mortgage contingency, you have to comply with the mortgage company. If they ask you for bank statements, you got to give them bank statements. Sometimes they'll ask you 2 or 3 times. It's a real pain in the neck. So you still have to give them that. You have to qualify for the loan as a move-up buyer or a scale-down buyer, just the same as a first-time buyer. So, third thing you have to watch out for is on the back of the agreement, pretty much the page you sign, there's something that needs to be checked, and it says, seller is limited to keeping deposit money as liquidated damages. So make sure your realtor checks that box. If not, the seller can sue you for other damages if you do decide to default on the deal. Now, another contingency you may want to add this one in. If you have to sell your house in order to go through with the purchase of the new house, you need to put that one in there also so you don't lose your deposit money. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of those clauses. Your realtor can help you, or there's other videos. But make sure that's there, because the one thing you do when you do put up deposit money or earnest money, you want to make sure you get it back at settlement. Now, the big question is, deposit money or earnest money versus down payment, are they the same thing? The answer is no. Earnest money is simply that. You are telling the seller that, hey, take your house off the market, here's some money up front, we're going to leave it in an escrow account, usually in Pennsylvania with the agent for the seller, their brokerage, will establish an escrow account. If it's a long term, you can decide whether you want interest on it or not, an interest bearing account, and if it's a high amount of money. Now, that money sits in the bank with the listing company until settlement. Then if all goes well, the check comes, given to the title company, and that gets used towards your down payment and your other closing costs. Title insurance, transfer tax, homeowners, things like that. Now, the down payment is simply the difference between the sale price and the mortgage amount, regardless of where that comes from. Some of it can come from the earnest money. Some of it can come from a bank account. Some can come from the sale of another home. You can liquidate a 401k. You can get a gift. You get it from anywhere. But if it's a $500,000 house with a $300,000 mortgage, $200,000 is the down payment. There you have it. 5 things to consider when you're putting up earnest money and you want to get it back for your down payment. Hold the phones. I just realized that I committed the cardinal sin of sales. I told you I was going to tell you about something, and then I didn't. My apologies. So in the beginning I said, I'll tell you how much deposit money you should leave for getting a house off the market. The short answer is it depends. There's 3 pieces to a real estate deal. There's price, terms, and time. Time meaning that you go to a builder and the builder's house is ready, it's empty, he's ready to move on. He's going to want that fast. You go to him for a house that hasn't even broken ground yet, he's going to want that slow. So that's where time factors in. Same thing in existing construction. What happens with the deposit money is the more you put down, the stronger your bid is. Some people say 10% is a good rule of thumb. It really depends on the price range. Also, deposit money is broken down and can be broken down into two pieces. These days, most people just have a check within 5 days of the offer being accepted, which is on the agreement of sale. It also has a line for a second deposit. So what you can do, it's just as strong of a deal, is put up a smaller deposit for the first deposit, and then after inspections, get all worked out, come in with a little more money. Now, as a payment for me forgetting, give you something a little bit extra. When you're negotiating, one of the things that people are just starting to do, I'm not advocating for this, I'm not advocating against it, but one of the things that people are starting to do is once all the contingencies are met, mortgage commitment, appraisal contingency, home inspection, radon, the whole 9 yards. Some even like 10 days prior to settlement. Some people are releasing some of that deposit money to the sellers. Now, legally, that's a kind of a dangerous idea, but it will strengthen your deal, okay? If that seller needs some cash prior to settlement, he gets it up front, and all other things being equal, that little trick can put your deal ahead of others. Again, I'm not advocating to do that. I'm just telling you there's this thing that exists that's just starting to get a little ground, a little more in Jersey than here in Pensy, but it is a thing. So all other things being equal, that could be the deciding factor in you getting a house, and it is very competitive out there. Thanks again for watching. Please see my other video below if you're looking to buy and sell at the same time. I'll give you a 6-step process to keep it nice and easy. Buying and selling at the same time can be really tricky. If you'd like a 6-step process to make it smooth, easy, and it'll tell you the pitfalls to watch out for and ways to save you tens of thousands of dollars, just click the link below and please like and subscribe. Thank you.